Good evening. Welcome to Options Center. Happy Friday, everybody. Thanks for joining us here. It is in the evening on Friday. I don't even know what is it? The 22nd, about 8 p.m. Now, if you're new here, go down to that bottom right-hand corner, hit that Options Center logo, and make sure you subscribe. We have lots of good information to lead you if you're a trader or just interested in the markets and technical analysis. I can help give you a good probability of where the market is going, and we are certainly bearish at this point. Now, today we're going to go through SPY on the weekly, daily, and 65. We'll check out the Elliott wave count and what we're thinking's happening in the short to mid-term. But our weekend video I'll do tomorrow. I'll try to get that out tomorrow morning so we can check out what's happening from top to bottom. I love to do the analysis from higher time frames down to lower. It gives you a full picture and confidence when you're trading and what's happening, what's coming up. If this happens, then this happens. Okay, enough of that. If you like this information, make sure you like this video. That's at least I'm asking for. If you want to do more, go down in the description and check those different ways out. We have SPY on the weekly time frame breaking the lows, also breaking under the 20 simple moving average. That is bearish, folks. We closed on the low for the week. I don't suspect that this next week will give us any sort of reversal candle. We're looking down towards, like I said in the last video, 410 to 411. So we have targets way below at least this trend line right here. So maybe that's in between the 420 and the 411, somewhere in this. We have the 50-week moving average. We have the 100, somewhere in this spot. Should give us a little bit of support. Okay. Going into the daily, trend is our friend. It's going to be a pretty short video. Going into this daily time frame, I was showing you to look out for this consolidation area. We're breaking through. We're getting pretty aggressive to the downside, but that's natural. If our wave counts are going to prove themselves, then price action has to be pretty relentless on the downside, seeing how we certainly don't have a complete move here. It's completely obvious that we have a wave down here. Could be impulsive or not. I think it is. 3-wave move back. And we at least need 5 waves down to complete. Even if you're bullish on the market, you still need 5 waves down. I don't see that. I see 3 waves so far, and I don't think the 3rd wave has ended yet. So will the support hold? I think price action's proving that it's starting to crack, and I think we're going to break down lower. We kind of flew through this consolidation area, and what happens below that? Just wide open area. I know we do have a gap here, so we'll probably, hold there for a second. But if you notice, I know intraday, if you're staring at the charts, it seems like it's just consolidating forever. All day's happening. Well, a lot of price action happens overnight, as shown in the in the gap up today, and we ended up on the lows. That's not bullish at all, you guys. So we're underneath that 100-day moving average on a simple. We're heading lower. We're cracking through support. We break through that support. Yes, we do have this trend line here, so you can expect reactions on the lower time frame, but on the higher time frame, I don't think we're quite there for a tradable bounce yet. We did not trade any real longs on the price action today, and I'll show you why. I'll look at our wave count, but we're looking down again, right over to this. Look at this. Between that, the 420 would be a little bit higher. I doubt we stop there. Looks more like this consolidation zones that we keep talking about, and this trend line down lower would be about the 415, which would put us right in between that 420 and the 410 that we're talking about, 411. This is the zone that we're looking for. we're looking to get in this zone. It's not going to all happen straight down, so we'll have some time, but we're not looking for a real bounce. Our target is about 411, right in the middle of this consolidation zone where I have boxed in. So that's where we're kind of looking. Well, does it happen next week or the week after? I don't know. It should happen fairly quick, but you're going to have a pause in between, whether it's intraday or a slight green candle, just like this one, for example, when it came down to this support. Okay, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's go to the 65 minute so we can check things out on first the traditional analysis, technical analysis. The fact is we broke down from this triangle. That's like the most important part. So we're having an aggressive move, a failure of this triangle, and we're pushing. We didn't think we'd lollygag. I didn't take off any of my puts. Yes, I rolled some out because this triangle broke, and we're going to have some momentum to the downside. Now, yes, I did take off some of the Monday expiration QQQ and SPY into the support area. And you just have to do that because you don't know. You're not guaranteed of what price action is going to do, but I think we go lower. Okay, we had this slight rising pivot. We broke down from it, back tested, and came down to almost into support. So we'll see what Monday does. We could gap lower. I doubt we gap higher, and I'll show you why in just a second. But I think we continue to the downside, but we're starting to get into the wave 3s and 4s. So, it could be a little bit more tactical unless you're holding all the way through these positions. You might want to be a little bit more tactical, maybe use futures or, if your cash account so you can get in and out of plays. I've been holding on to some long-term where most of our expirations are into next Friday. So we'll have to roll those out or get a little bit more tactical, like I said. Okay, we'll decide that later. Let's look at the 65 and give you a vision of what that should look like. So we're measuring in the turquoise. We're measuring this move from the top of wave 1. I have wave 1 and wave 2, and now we're in wave 3 of the turquoise move. Did we get to the low of 3? I have it here where we got. We didn't quite get to the 127. So do I think that's over? I don't really think so. I think we have a slight bit more room to go. Our typical extension would be down here to the 427 area, but we have to definitely check out. We have a prior 62%, which will act as support. We have the 382 where the bulls are going to step in and say, "Hey, we're bullish now." From this point, it's a 382, so this is a wave 4. It's got to be done, and we go to new highs. So you're gonna see some movement here. We break down or gap down underneath this, and we're talking this 3. I can move this to this point here, and then we get a little bit more significant wave 4. But that just makes us a little bit more bearish. The point is we have to get down. We don't have to, but we're looking to get down to this 162 extension on the white numbers here, on the white time frame. We're looking for the wave 3. Our target is that 411 point that I'm talking about. In order to get down there, we only have 2 more degrees to go. So it would be very likely that we get our wave 3 down at this extension, consolidate for a little bit, probably into this area. Maybe we get through it, gap through it, and then we find support and back test it for the wave 4 in the turquoise. And then we're looking for wave 5 to complete. I don't know where. We're going to have to work on those extensions and retracements and things like that. but my guess is just a little bit further. If we dig in here, let me just zone in here. When we had our whatever degree wave 3 to 4, it's a really small one, and now we have a 1, 2 setup. It looks like to me. I think this correction is over, and now we're looking for a 5-wave series lower from this possible 1, 2, because it rejected right off the 8 EMA on the 65-minute time frame. And so it looks a lot more complete. Like this is a wave 1, a nice large wave 1. Wave 3, I believe, just should continue. And I know that you can count this as a 1, 2, 1, 2 as well, which would extend us further. So we just have to be careful here. Perhaps it's a little bit more, a little bit better to go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we're ending off 5 here. It doesn't really matter. I think we just move further down from here because it's not complete. This series in itself does not look complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think 5 continues to where we have 1, 2 already set into wave 5. So I think we're in a wave 3 of 5 to continue and to end somewhere right down here. I think it's working out as planned. We have a 1, 2, we extend down 3, 4, 5 right into the wave 3. That's what we're looking at going into Monday being bearish, and then Tuesday, turnaround Tuesday, confirm up and give us some sort of wave 4 correction, probably right back into this zone here. Not much higher than that. We'll measure it later on. We'll measure a 382 pullback, and that should give us a zone of choppiness. And then after we get done with this correction, which is going to be complex and messy, it could be a triangle, it could be a flat, it could take us a couple to few days, but we are in a wave 3 of 3, so I do want to express that it may be pretty quick. It may be 1 to 2 days tops of correction when we get down to this point, and then we should start to extend further. Again, wave 5 of the turquoise still has to go, and then again we have a wave 3 in the yellow, and then possibly a bigger wave 4 back in, at least to retest the zone or in the zone for the previous wave 4, and then a larger wave 5 to continue to the downside. But ultimately, we're looking to be aggressive in this whole move here. And then this will be more of our playable bounce. This wave 3, pulling back to wave 4 of that higher degree, should give us much more of a playable bounce. You still have to be tactic because it's a wave 4, and it could be a triangle, it could be sideways, it could be a big old flat pattern and get us all the way back down to the low and then come right back up to the 382. Those are all things we have to consider. So we want to be tactical in a sense, but tradable type bounce. Okay. So this is our target, 411. And then after that, we still have a wave 5 afterwards, which should be pretty good size wave 5 if we get our wave 4 back extension. I don't have it written out here, but and then we start to get a wave 5 possibly to the 50%, or if wave 5 is going to equal wave 1, we should move much lower, probably into the 62% retracement. All right, so does that make sense? 1, 2, 3 all the way to this 411. A good bounce, a good healthy bounce. That will take time, probably more or equal time to this wave 2,